And we're back with another episode of the On The Bench podcast, the UK's #1 football podcast. Not there yet, but
soon to be.
We're manifesting. The UK's #1 football podcast. And on today's episode, we've got a special guest, Jack, the CEO of Interlegends. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Pleasure, my man. Thanks for having me, my guy.
Thank you for coming down, taking your time out to come on the greatest podcast in the UK. But he's a Tottenham fan. You know how we feel about Tottenham fans. I ain't got my button, so I can't press it. But yeah, only joking. But yeah, and also on the bench today, Christmas is over. You okay now?
Yeah, a lot
Grinching still?
Nah, I'm alright. we got 3 points the other day. I'm
We call him the Christmas Grinch, aka the OTB Roy Keane. Mr. Talk to Frank's in the building. Do you know what? We wasn't really going to touch on the games because there's games flying in this Christmas. But you lot looked, Dorgu looked really good in the previous game, bombing down the wing. And I think you had a problem. You said you wasn't happy with Dorgu.
At left wing back, he wasn't doing much for us, but he played right wing the other day.
Yeah.
He obviously he's played there before at Lecce, a good number of games. And obviously with Ahmad and Mbumo missing, he made the difference, man. That was a hell of a goal. That volley was... I didn't know he had that in his locker, to be fair.
Yeah.
But he played well. He terrorised Newcastle, to be fair, the whole game. So...
That's not an easy fixture to...
No, it's not.
Just go up and beat as well. And you don't look really well. You don't look good.
Get some youth through as well with Fletcher boys coming as well.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, I think, when you look at the age of the team that finished the game the other day, they were so young. But look, you just need time. You just need time. We need a couple more good windows, I think, and it might make a big difference to our squad. Obviously, at the moment, Bruno's missing, Ahmad and Mazraoui and Mbumo are AFCON. Kobe Mainoo's not playing at the moment. He's injured. So we've got quite a few players out.
Free Kobe, right?
Free Kobe.
Yeah, we got a few players out, and I think I don't know. I just want to. I can see a little bit more of a foundation now being built there, slowly but surely.
Did you miss Bruno then? Because I dropped a reel on the socials. And they said, "Oh, that didn't age well, did it?" Basically, that.
Yeah, but we struggled a second half.
He did a post. He was like, "You Man United fans, you're gonna see how much we need Bruno. But you know Bruno.
Listen,
no Bruno, no problemo."
We were lucky that second half, man.
Huh?
I did not think we were going to hold on to that lead. Look, massive props to your old boy, Ayden Heaven. What a player, man. 1.5 million. Mate, he looks so calm. He just... Like, even at times when I'm like, play it back to the keeper, you just turn in.
Come from Arsenal, what do you
expect?
expect?
Honestly, I'm really impressed. And as I said, for 1.5, someone joked saying he costs more in Fantasy League than we paid for. Because he's 3.8 million on Fantasy League, yeah. I was really impressed with him the other night. And yeah, long may it continue, man. Like, look, we've got a young team now. We've got a very, very young team. I think we've got, if not the youngest, one of the top 2 or 3 youngest teams in the league now. Yeah.
I think it's better to have younger players though. They're more hungry. They want to prove themselves.
Yeah,
it's
point to
better.
prove, isn't it?
Foundation, but you need to obviously have the experience alongside them. But we've got that. We've got Casemiro. We've got Bruno. We've got some good experience in there.
I think you're gonna play better without Bruno.
No.
Sometimes you have that big name in the game, and you think.
It's like when you have Ronaldo. He used to overshadow everyone else, didn't let other people shine and stuff. But I mean, Bruno is Bruno, and his stats speak for himself. He's just unbelievable. But you're gonna miss him.
Do you know what? If we had like proper centre midfielders in there, then I could see how we can survive. But at the moment, no disrespect to Ugarte, he's not been at the races this season. He done alright the other night, but he's not been top. Casemiro's obviously done well this season, but Bruno's everything for us, man.
Yeah.
He's everything. Everything goes for him. The corners, set pieces, penalties, shots, passes, assists, crosses, you name it. Everything goes for him. Captain, getting into the referee's ear, the little things, directing players. He's everything for us. But I know what you're saying. In order to grow, you need to maybe get them to let other people have the opportunity. I get that, but I just don't think we're there yet. I think another 6 months to a year with a couple more signings, or 2 or 3 more signings, maybe then. But at the moment, no, we're not ready for that.
I don't think he's that loyal to the fans or the club as what the club is to him, though, either. Like, I think if someone came in with a big offer for him, he'd go. Maybe not Saudi, because football's not very good and stuff and things like that.
Clubs have come in for him.
Not like if Real Madrid came in for him, I think he's off. If Barcelona came in for him, I think he's off.
If the club wants him to go, then he'll go. Yeah, he said that. But I don't think it's going to be one of the ones where, like, for example, when Ronaldo left in 2009, I'm going to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I don't think Bruno's like that. I don't think... Because, look, I'm not being funny, mate, but you can't sit there and tell me that no club has come in for Bruno over the last 5 years. It's not possible. Remember, a lot of these talks we don't even know about. They go through the agents.
But you would hear skimmers.
Yeah.
We have heard. I've heard, especially Bayern Munich.
But we ain't
even
heard.
Barcelona. Yeah, you guys might not have because you don't follow Man United. But
Yeah,
I've heard.
but you would. That's big news. Bruno's a big player in the Premier League.
Yeah, but do you know
it
when
would be
that-
big news. It's just
do you
like
know when that
Saka,
is?
Bruno, Saka, Salah. They're of elite level players. So you're gonna hear about Real Madrid wanna.
But do you know when it gets to that stage when the agent starts leaking it?
Yeah.
If the agent ain't leaking it, it's because the player don't want him to leak it. That's why.
But also as well, if they go to the club and they say, right, we're interested in Bruno, and they go, no, there's no way we're not entertaining it, they'll just back away. So the clubs have probably said, no, we're not entertaining it.
that's
But
it.
if they went, oh, maybe we'll have a look, he's getting a bit older.
Which is what happened last season at summer in Saudi.
Yeah, but the Saudi, he's not going to entertain that, is he? He's not going to go play good football there. You know, that's a retirement fund over there, isn't it? So he'll probably go there, enjoy his days in the sunshine, you know, have an easy life.
With Ronaldo.
Yeah, but if it's, you know, if Real Madrid came in for him now, I reckon, and the offer was greeted with a bit of, you know, okay, let's have a look at this from United side.
Yeah, again.
I reckon he'd probably go.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Again, like I said, if United entertain the offer, which from what we're hearing now, they probably would, depending on how much they've been offered, then he's already said to them, if you want me to go, I will go. But if you want me to stay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you think Man United fans appreciate him?
Not as much as they... A lot of them do. A lot of them do. I can't speak for all fans, but a lot of them don't. They don't know... It kind of reminds me of the Wayne Rooney situation, because the last couple of years with Wayne Rooney, he was kind of on a decline.
Yeah.
And then all the United fans, sell him. And then after he left, like a year or so later, you started seeing all these comps about Rooney, missing Rooney, and this and that. This. You don't know where you got into this gone, man. I do. I love it, man.
Right, you know, got a sticky game. Wolves coming up next. It should be easy though. You brushed them 4. Was it 4-0? 4-1.
4-1.
Should win. My plan was basically, you just talking about FPL, so I was gonna triple captain Bruno. When everybody done Haaland for West Ham, I said, alright, I'm gonna do Bruno. Had this all planned in my head, and then when I got injured, but I'm not gonna reveal my secrets. But yeah, you should win this game coming up. You look good. Ahmad's goal as well, though, before we get into the Wolves game. Do you see his goal?
AFCON.
Yeah.
He's a baller, man.
Yeah.
He's quality, man.
He is AFCON, though.
Yeah.
The football's
Yeah,
terrible.
but
He wants to take on the ball. I was watching a bit of it. That's the first game I watched yesterday, funny enough.
Yeah.
And the time they got on the ball, it's like...
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, like, he should be running.
But it ain't like Ahmad hasn't done it in the Premier League. He's done it against Forest earlier this season when he smashed one from head away from a corner.
Yeah, is he better than Saka? Still.
I never said he was better than Saka.
Are you sure? Don't let me dig in the archives for you, bruv.
Yeah, you said, but they're different. For me, they're not. Well, yeah, they are different players. But I'd say Ahmad's got a higher ceiling than Saka.
What's your thoughts on Ahmad Diallo in the Prem?
I think he's good. I think, you know, when you're talking about great players, everything comes down to consistency. Some players can have 90 minutes and they can look unbelievable, the world's best player, but then next week they could get lost in the game. So for me, you know, you find players like, we were talking earlier about Javi Simmons, right?
Yeah.
And you know, you said to me, is he a great player? Is he in your team? And I said, well, he's not, because he's like a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
He has one good game and someone goes, he's here, you know, bang, he's here. But next week goes missing again, you know. And for me, that's where the frustration comes from football players, because to do it week in, week out, that's what makes a great player. With anything you do, forget football, forget business. You know, if you're posting on social media, you've got to do it all the time to be consistent, to keep that growth going. And these players can just get found out. And you know, you look at Declan Rice, right? He is an unbelievable player. And last week we saw him play right back, which people were going, he can't play there, he can't do that. He was a man of match. Yeah. He was their best player at right back, which is just nuts. So that to me is consistently being something above and beyond of what you need. So, like, Diallo's had great opportunities to go and play. Saka's, again, with Saka, he's kind of in the same boat as well with Arsenal, with England, where he's done some good stuff, but then he goes missing for 2 or 3 weeks and then picks it back up and does 2 good games and drops it off, where consistent players like Declan Rice is, you know, Bruno Fernandes as well, you look at them and they're just unbelievable all the time. They never drop below an 8 out of 10. You know, and that's a good player for me. So I think putting people in the world class or even top elite players, you have to be consistent, and I just think both of them are
Completely agree.
So is Saka world class for you?
I think he can be world class on his day. I think, have we seen him be world class consistently? I don't think so, no.
I agree with that.
Interesting take, man. I agree with the Declan Rice though. He's unbelievable.
He's a joke, isn't he? Like,
ridiculous,
when they bought him, I was like, why they're wasting their money. Do you know what I mean?
Were you? Were you one of them ones?
He was
Yeah.
good for West Ham, but I was like, you're at West Ham. And I think the same kind of with like, if Mark Noble left West Ham back in the day,
Yeah.
if someone would have come in for him, I thought he was great at West Ham, but he was a captain.
You thought that was his ceiling kind of thing?
I thought he was West Ham through and through, and he was that good because he loved the club so much. And same with Jarrod Bowen as well. I think kind of he's in that field where some clubs might not be coming in for him, and there is a question mark of why they're not going in for him because his stats are unbelievable for West Ham. But I feel like if he went somewhere else, unless it was like a Palace, I think he'd do well at Palace. But if he went to like a Man United, I think he'd kind of get lost in it. Same with like what happened with Mason Mount, right?
Yeah.
When he went there.
Do you know what? I disagree with that.
Do you?
Like, do you know why? Because I feel like in our league, in the Premier League, there's certain attributes or sort of there's certain things that you need to be very good at.
Yeah.
To excel in the league.
Yeah.
I think Cunha's got it. That's why he's doing well at United. I think Mbeumo's got it. That's why he's doing well at United. Obviously, Declan Rice has got it, and I
Yeah.
feel like Jarrod Bowen has got it. You need to have that intensity.
Yeah.
You need to have a good touch. You need to, like, your movement, your off the ball needs to be good as well.
Yeah.
Like for a forward, and he's got that in abundance.
Yeah.
So if you remember, I said to you 2 or 3 years ago when you bought Declan Rice, it's worth every penny. I said, you remember? I said that because I said, you know what you're going to get from this guy every week. I said, there's going to be games when he's not doing well, and that's still going to be a 7 out of 10. I said, minimum every week is going to be 7 out of 10.
I think a lot of players, a lot of fans thought it was a good move, but they didn't realise how good he could go. He's definitely gone to that next level and just
I agree
beat
with that.
everyone's expectations. So
His stats are even crazy. I think he played, I saw it today, but it was like, I think he's played 90 games for us and he's got like 30 GA.
Yeah.
For West Ham, he played like 200 something games and it was like 20 GA. So his stats are just gone through the roof.
And it
it's
goes to
crazy.
what you were saying about, but that's obviously because he's improved his delivery, his set piece delivery. He's the main guy on set pieces, whether it's free kicks, corners. So it goes back to what you're saying. I think, I mean, I didn't know he had that in his locker. That sort of the delivery from set pieces. If anything, because of his height and his size, naturally you think he should be in the box to attack the set pieces. You know what I mean? But that's obviously, that's down to great coaching and obviously down to him as well for his hard work.
100%.
So no man, he's one of the best players in the Premier League at the moment.
easily.
Yeah.
Better than Casado? It's this argument, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I want to hear your opinion, so I gotta ask you, who is the better?
Yeah, I think Declan Rice, hands down. Yeah, definitely. I think Casado, right, he's a good player, and again, right, he's gone to different heights, but I think he took a little bit more time to gel into that team than what Declan Rice did. I think Declan Rice just slotted straight in and was just unbelievable from day one, whereas Casado, over the last couple of months, we've seen him start coming in a little bit more, be a bit more of a vital piece to that puzzle. But I think they're both great players, but for me, Declan Rice is, player of the year.
So far.
So far, obviously, a lot can happen. You get injured or whatever.
Above
But
Haaland.
I think, for me, it's the expectation. So Haaland's expected to score goals and do that week in, week out. Whereas Declan Rice, we've seen him play right back. Like I said, we've seen him play at that level of intensity, and I think he's a difference maker where Arsenal win the league this year.
Yeah, 100%.
I think
I agree with that.
I think Haaland can score the goals and City finish second.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Declan Rice plays at that and they finish first.
You hear that, Erling? You're a victim of your own success, mate.
Do you know what? That's a good point, because you think Haaland's gonna win Player of the Season because of the amount of goals he's scoring, but Declan Rice is more pivotal in the Arsenal team.
Yeah.
You lose Declan Rice, that team falls
I wouldn't.
apart.
I wouldn't say he's more pivotal. I still think Arsenal can play, and Haaland's very, very important to Man City, man. He's their goal scorer. He's the main guy.
Yeah,
But they find a way. They find a way.
This is it.
Yeah, but we don't know because they haven't played without him for a long time now. For a long time, we don't know.
I think you take Declan Rice out of that midfield.
Yeah.
The amount of interceptions and break-up plays he does. You take him out of
I've
that.
been saying this though.
Yeah.
Problems.
I've been saying this.
Whereas
Both of them
City score goals. Foden
Yeah.
will score goals. I'm sure if Haaland,
Doku started turning up now and stuff.
Cherki will score goals. Mamouche will come on and bag and believe. They'll get goals. It's Man City. But I think
fair
Declan Rice out of that midfield.
Yeah.
I don't think you bring the Norgard in that. I think that's who would play the Norgard. I don't think
you go a level down.
100%, man. You'll
And
see we'll bring problems.
And I think when you talk about leadership and stuff as well, Haaland, he's probably in the leadership team, but he's not the leader. Whereas Declan Rice is the person behind that team. You can see it, even if he's not captain all the time, Ødegaard, captain and whatever, it's Rice. You can see he is that missing piece of puzzle, the thing that makes everything tick over.
Yeah.
And you can see, like you said, if you miss that team, I think the whole thing just crumbles.
I think Declan Rice cost a lot of money, but no one talks about how much he cost.
No.
That tells you everything about him.
Silence is
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in football. That's the same as Mendy. I was in the comments on Instagram today. They were saying Nobody talks about Zubimendi. Paid 65 million. Number 5's gone now, and nobody says, "Oh, where's number 5? Oh, we miss him." He's just silence. And for me, especially the Arsenal fans, you know what we're like? We like to go off. So Arsenal fans silent about a player. You're doing something very good, man. So yeah. But anyway, Arsenal won in the weekend, beat Brighton 2-1. We're like own goal FC now, isn't it?
Yeah. I think you've scored 4 or 5.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
crazy,
goals.
that is, yeah.
Right, we've gone from set piece FC to now we're own goal FC. Interesting, man. We're getting the results, man. Do you think Arsenal win the league? Do you think they got what it takes to get over the line?
I don't know. I think...
Hey, listen, you're Spurs, man. Say the right things,
No,
man.
Yeah.
be honest, be real.
If the question was, do I want Arsenal to win the league? I'd say no. But no, I think, look, I think the problem is, if it was Liverpool chasing them, I'd be like, Arsenal can do it. They'll go and do it. But City always have this run around Christmas into the new year where they don't drop points and that they just become a different beast. And that if I was an Arsenal fan, that's what I'd be looking over my shoulder. And Arsenal have had this thing where they have looked over their shoulder, the team's looked over their shoulder and gone, oh, okay, fair enough, we're going to crumble a little bit now. And I still think they've got that. I think once they win it once, they go on and win it 3 or 4 times.
I agree with that.
But I think the first one's the hardest one for doing that and going, do you know what, this is who we are now, we're champions. I think once they do that, they'll go and do it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And touching on what you're saying about City, Semenyo is almost done now, apparently. Apparently, the next 48 hours, they're saying it should be completely.
Does he play though?
He'll play. He'll get games.
So Doku gets dropped. This is the next.
Yeah, but Semenyo, remember, Semenyo can play both wings, number 1. And number 2, he said he wants to play as a number 9 as well. Now, that doesn't mean Erling Haaland gets dropped, but they can rest Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Because if Erling Haaland gets injured, it's a big problem for City. It's a big problem.
Yeah,
But who do you drop? You can't drop Cherki. He is.
He's
But
a joke.
There's a lot of
He's
games,
a
bro.
joke.
There's a lot of games. They're still in the
Can't judge him
Champions League. They're still in domestic competitions. They're still in the League Cup. The FA Cup's to come. There's a lot of games, man. And this isn't a short-term signing.
Yeah.
This is like they're talking about Oscar Bobbs, who's played quite a few games for the season. He's going to leave. They're saying. They lost McAtee in the summer as well, who was tipped to be like the next big thing for them a while ago. And there's one other player that I think Marmoush might be going as well potentially.
Savinho might go Spurs.
Yeah, Savinho, that's it.
He's
Savinho's
hoping.
one. Yeah. Do you rate him?
He was good.
I
He was
mean,
decent at first.
Yeah,
he showed glimpse. Yeah.
He showed glimpse, and I don't know. It's like we're going on to Tottenham now, but Tottenham starting 11 is nowhere near. Like the best way I could describe it is Tottenham are a top 6 club, but not a top 6 team. And I think Savinho, does he go into the top 6 of the Premier League? Yeah, he does. So I would take him on a heartbeat. But
I don't know. Do you know how much are they talking? 60, 70 million?
Yeah.
He's not worth that. No way. No way is he worth that.
But that's the price of players these days, you know.
Yeah, but mate, he's how many got like? Look, he looks silky. He's aesthetically pleasing to watch. He looks easy on the eye. I remember when he first came, I was like, wow, he's a player. You know what I mean? He looked like a bloody Mahrez regen. But he's got no end. He's got no end product. But he doesn't really get involved with goals and assists. And this is Man City that we're talking about. You're constantly creating opportunities or getting chances, and he's not hitting a number. So is he going to get that many opportunities at Spurs? Is he going to, if his numbers are limited at City? And I know that it's a different game. I know that, but what's he going to do for? Is he going to be worth that much money? I don't know, man.
No, I don't.
Over Kudos as well.
Yeah, well, it's tough because we seem to have so many of them type of players like Ødegaard.
Yeah, exactly.
Xavi Simons
Brennan
just come
Johnson
in.
can't get into the team.
They've all just come in and they're doing that. But I think what Spurs need is we need to look at what we're doing here, and with Thomas Frank and everything and the team we've got, we kind of need them old school players coming in. Like the perfect players we could have got were probably Xhaka and John Henson. And that sounds stupid saying that now.
Xhaka is not going to.
No. Someone like that who comes in, who's done it.
Yeah.
You know, got to come back. He got a point to prove as well, and go. Do you know what? I'm going to come and do something here. That's why he's gone to Sunderland, because he had a point to prove.
Yeah.
He didn't realise how good he would make them, and I don't think anyone did. But that's the type of player we need. Somebody to come in and go. Do you know what? You've done it here before. It's not a gamble. You're not coming into the first time in the Premier League. You're playing week in, week out in the Premier League, and you're going to come and do a job for us. Just steady as ship. And Savinho's not that. So I think buying him is probably a mistake, but. You know, he is a good player, and I think he probably could come in and do a job, increase some, positions for us as well. But he's not the answer at all.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a good sign.
I think it's good backup though for Kudos.
Yeah.
To rotate.
Yeah.
Spurs' bench is
He's not
weak.
going to
Yeah,
come to
he's
Spurs
weak.
for backup, bro. He's not. There's no way
He's a
going to
backup now, though. It's not like he's starting at City week
Yeah,
in,
but that's
week
at Man
out.
City. That's under Pep
No, but
Guardiola.
it's different if you've left Man City on the starting 11 to go in and sit on the bench at Spurs.
Yeah.
You're used to being on the bench as such. So obviously everybody wants
Shout on the bench.
everybody wants to play football. You want to start. Everybody wants to start. But he's used to being on the bench and rotating.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it'll be a good signing for them personally. I think he'll do well then.
Well, it hasn't happened yet. We don't know
Yeah.
yet. So let's wait and see.
But can we talk about how good Cherki is, man? Goal and assist on the weekend. He's just unstoppable.
He's a
man.
joke, isn't he?
He's a creep. Do you know what? It's taken him a bit of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he had a couple of injuries as well, I
Yeah.
think, or an injury. I told you, man. I told you.
He's
I
like,
told
Pep's
you.
like the beast.
Yeah.
He's like, go get
Something's
him,
just
boy.
clicked, innit?
Yeah, he's learned his lesson from
Yeah.
Grealish. He's like,
Yeah.
just let the boy play.
Yeah.
Bruv, I think he signed him as well because of everybody said Pep's made football boring.
Yeah.
And that was
35 million, man.
30.
That's a joke,
We
innit?
paid that
Yeah.
for Odegaard.
Yeah.
And look at the difference. How much
He's probably got his goals and assist tally already.
how much better do you think he is than Odegaard?
Oh, he's a level above, man. He's a level
I
above.
think he's way better than Odegaard.
They're different players. They're different. Again, Odegaard's more like he keeps the ball. He's a captain. He's a leader. He triggers the press. Cherki's not. Cherki's more like a luxury player.
Yeah.
But when you've got that much, he's a luxury player. But he's gaining a different side of understanding of football. Mate, he looks like he could be Pep's go-to guy, man, in the coming 6 months.
100%.
Would you have him over Odegaard in your squad?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
It
Yeah.
depends what you want.
Yeah.
It depends what you want. But as a creative player or as a number 10, 100% Cherki all day.
But
He's both footed,
Odegaard
bro.
is meant to be a creative number 10. Yes.
He's not
Yes,
that.
he's pressing. Yes, blah, blah, blah. You know, like,
Yeah.
He's not a fan, by the way.
no, because if you want to assist some goals from your 10,
Yeah.
that's what you're there for. That's what you're for. That for.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, football's about pressing and that.
Yeah, I agree.
But Cherki's he's different level, man.
Yeah, he's both. Mate, I told you. Look, because obviously we were in the Europa League last season.
Yeah.
As were you. And I was following the Europa League, and I was looking at our opponents, and I think Cherki got something like 8, 9, 10 assists last season in the Europa League alone.
Serious?
Something like that. Anyway, his numbers are mad. I was like, damn, we got to play them soon.
Yeah.
And he scored 2 goals against us, and both of them were quality. The guy's just quality, and like I said, because he's both footed, and he's one of these players where he's hard to mark. You can put a player on him, but he just glides.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
smooth
Yeah.
with it. You know what I mean? He's a smart player. He's got high IQ as well.
Have you seen the French team? Have you
Yeah.
seen their attack?
Yeah.
It's got Dembele, Cherki,
Yeah.
Mbappe,
Ekitike.
Ekitike, Mateta is on the bench.
Yeah.
Doué,
Yeah.
bruv.
So they won the World Cup
attack
then.
is like out of this world.
Yeah, but what's their defence like?
Yeah.
What's
It
their
don't
defence
matter.
like?
It's just
Yeah.
outscoring
Yeah,
them.
Yeah, he's got more goals than every team.
Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be hard to put them all on the pitch.
This is
Yeah.
Who'd
So-
you start? Because
Yeah, it's mad,
Alessi.
Elise.
You know me and names, man. Yeah, who'd you start for the French team in the World Cup? It's gonna be.
Zidane's going to apparently take over from Deschamps next summer. Apparently,
Oh.
after the World Cup,
Wow.
he's going to have some team to play with.
Galacticos, isn't it?
Yeah, proper.
Does Cherki start in France over Alessi?
Oh, but Elise,
All right, let me get it right for you.
I would, because you got Dembele as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got 3 right wingers. No, but Cherki can play in the 10. He can play
Yeah,
in the 10.
and then what? But then what about Dembele and Elise? And then you got Doué as well. But you would probably start.
They're gonna start. You have to start.
You'd
Dembele.
probably
So
start
Dembele
Dembele on the left,
forward.
Cherki in the 10, Elise on the right, and then up top you'd probably have obviously Mbappe.
Yeah.
He don't play left wing no more, innit? Mbappe.
For France, you'll play as a number 9. Yeah,
He's got to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, your B team could be good enough.
No, Dembele can play on the left. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dembele on the left. Listen,
Elise and Cherki, and
That's a
then
good team, that, isn't it? Yeah.
I just visioned it. Like, that's,
I saw when it clicked.
bruv. Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
man.
Well, it's gonna be a good World Cup, man.
Yeah. Not for us.
Yeah.
I think it'll be alright.
Let's jump into Tottenham versus Palace. Got the win in the
Very,
end.
very good win.
Your boys, the Spurs,
Yeah.
sitting in 11th, 25 points, struggling again.
Still
man.
not happy. Still not happy.
What's your thoughts on Thomas Frank?
I just think we're just getting it wrong with managers all the time.
You think you got wrong with him as well?
Yeah. Like people were saying, give him time, do this, everything. We've tried it all before. We've done it with Postecoglou. Everyone since Pochettino has failed. And there has to be a reason for that. 'Cause we had Mourinho, We had
Conte,
you know, they were all set up to win trophies, and there has to be something behind the scenes that's not working, whether it be the board or, you know, Daniel Levy and all that stuff, you know, when he was in charge and everything, or the transfer policy and the wage structure. There's something there that's not letting these people go and do what they do as their job. And Thomas Frank, look, I don't know who we went out to get, because when you looked at the list they had Glasner, they had Thomas Frank, obviously. We had a couple other like top 10 managers and stuff. We always say
Iraola was another one.
we always say we're a top 6 club, but I think where else do we turn? Do you know what I mean? Like, people are saying let's get Xavi in, but is he going to go to Spurs? Is he looking at it and going, is that an attractive job? Because I would be looking at it going, I ain't going. Do you know what I mean? Unless City come knocking or someone like that. There's not many managers that would go. So I think the club needs to look at, you know, giving someone longevity, whether that's Thomas Frank. We've bet our horse on him and we've put the money behind him and we've gone, right, okay, he's the one. So we have to give him a bit of time to build a team to get us back to where we are. But then eventually, he's not the one to go and win us Premier League at all. Like, he's somebody to get us in the top 8. And that's what his job is, and that's success to him. For me, anyway. You know, I remember going to watch Spurs when we had Espresso Santos in charge.
Nuno, yeah.
And we played the first game, and it was Spurs versus City. I went to the game, and we won 1-0, and we had our back against the walls, and we had one chance, and someone had scored, and I thought, bloody hell, that was the worst game of football I've ever seen. But we won, and I came away from it deflated from beating City, which we weren't expected to win. And I feel like that now watching Spurs, where we're like, let's sit up. Let's, you know, have 2 or 3 chances and let's try and take them chances. Like, Palace were all over us. They were smashing us left, right, and centre.
They were.
If they had a striker, they'd have won 4-0 easily. You know, and
on to you yesterday.
Yeah.
Palace are a good team at home now, man.
They are a great team.
It's a good win.
It's a good result, but it's not a good performance.
Yeah.
You know, and the same what I said earlier as well. You know, Tottenham, great club, not a good team at all. You know, and that's the difference with some of these, you know, teams out there. They're good clubs, they're good teams.
Sound like us a little bit.
Yeah,
it's just a club, but not a great team. Yeah.
And it's just hard to watch. You know. I've started going to Spurs. I haven't been this year yet, just because of that thing. Because I can't sit there and watch 90 minutes of how we're playing football. And I get it's all a results game, but we're 11th. Do you know what I mean? We're not a results team.
No, I know. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You lot teams kind of like Arsenal when we had like Nazari.
Yeah.
You lot are in that.
Nah, you lot were a lot better than that. Man.
No, we're better, but the player-wise, it's like you got good play. They got decent players in their squad, but it's not enough to get you.
They're not gelling together. They don't work together.
I think. I mean, and I thought it was definitely going to happen. I think the manager that you should have gone for was Iraola from Bournemouth, because he kind of reminds me of Pochettino.
Yeah.
Because Pochettino was at Southampton when you got him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And when Pochettino joined Southampton all those years ago, that was from I forgot who he took over, and everyone was like, "Oh, why are you bringing this guy in?" But he just started working wonders with that team, and then when you lot got him, he took you to another level. I mean, you got Spurs to a Champions League final, when you got Spurs to finish third in the league as well. I mean, to be fair, no disrespect to Spurs. When you think of the teams around you, that is good going.
Overachieving.
Yeah,
massively.
But I feel like Iraola is the closest thing to Pochettino that we've seen in this league in terms of the way he sets up his team, playing the attacking football, playing like with working with younger players, working with a smaller budget as well. Because Bournemouth lost a lot of players this summer.
Thomas Frank at Brentford was a brilliant manager.
Yeah, he was.
And that's why everybody had high expectations as well.
But if you watch
Brentford playing good football.
Yeah, but to be fair, with Brentford, they're still quite pragmatic. They would still like when Bruno was like an outlet. They always had to have an outlet. Do you know what I mean, to play to, which is what he's trying to do with you guys. Whereas Pochettino's front foot football, Iraola's front foot football. You saw what they done at Old Trafford the other day when Bournemouth came to Old Trafford. They want to play football, and that's what Spurs want. That's what Spurs are about. They want to play football.
And I think there's a bit of disconnection. You can see it in all the stuff that's happening now, where the players are coming off, and you know Thomas Frank's walking past and trying to talk to him. All that stuff, like when I was growing up, Spurs weren't that club. You know, we weren't a circus or anything. We always used to be like a good club,
proper team,
you know, be together with Poch there. Everyone was behind him. From you go and speak to the people pulling your pipe behind the bar or the people serving you a pie. They were all like, "Oh, this is brilliant," we love it and everything. Now everyone's all disconnected. It's all over the place, and it has been for years, to be honest. But
that's true. You had culture when Spurs stayed, the Tottenham. It was rife. It was like us with our Arteta, like it's all connected with one. We believe in something.
Yeah,
and I think that's important in regards to winning as well.
100%.
You got the fans believing in something as well.
And I think the only manager that could come back and to build that back would be Pochettino. But
Take him back, would you?
I wouldn't, on the basis that I think he would ruin his legacy if he came back. For his sake, I would take him back because it's the best roll of the dice you got. you have to bring him back to say he was the one that did it first. He's the one that come back and do it again. I think he'll fail again because I don't think the club's set up behind the scenes. And then I think he'll finish 12th, 13th. I remember him for finishing 12th, 13th.
Then he'll be able to flop or
flop. The return failed or whatever.
Yeah.
And that to me would hurt more than him coming back and going, oh, okay, yeah, I finished 6th or whatever. I just don't think. I think he's got to step away, but I think he is probably the best manager to come back in and to rebuild our club from the inside.
Fair enough.
Interesting game tomorrow. No, Thursday. You lot are playing. You got. Where you going? Brentford away. It's going home.
It's going
home. That's gonna be an interesting game as well.
Yeah.
Man. I think Brentford they're pretty good at home as well.
Strong.
What do you reckon?
I reckon we lose. I really do. Honestly, I called the Nottingham Forest result the other day 3-0. Yesterday I said 2-1 Palace.
Oh, you said Forest beat you 3-0?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just honestly, unless you watch your team inside out every week, you know how bad they are.
Yeah.
And I can see it, and it's painful. Sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm thinking I could watch some EastEnders or something. Do you know what I mean? This is that painful to watch. But it just, I feel like part of it is injuries and stuff, but every club, like Arsenal's got the most injuries in there. We can only use that excuse so many times where we're like, oh, we haven't got Dominic Solanke or James Maddison's out and stuff. But when they were there, we weren't great either. So, unless they expect him to come back and, revitalise the team somehow, they're still the same players we had before and we're still crap with them. So it's tough. But I think Brentford look like a solid team. They like a unit. I think they're going to be tough to beat at home. I think, Frank's obviously going to have something on his mind about going back there as well. I just can't see us going there and getting a result. I really can't.
The fans are going to be up for it as well.
They will,
But to be fair, you're right. Yeah, I agree with that. But to be fair, could you see yourself getting a result before the Palace game? Do you think you were going to get 3 points there?
No, but I was watching a game. I didn't think we'd get a result either. I thought they were going to,
I remember they just about got the result, but it was.
You look,
it was a bit like us against Newcastle. Same sort of situation. Yeah.
So with that, it could. The problem with Spurs is we can go and we can win 1-0 and we can win ugly, or we can lose 4-0. And the type of match we play will be exactly the same. It's just whether someone takes their chances and someone doesn't. We've got a chance.
Worst. That's the
worst. Like midfield all over the place, defense all over the place, trying to play out from the back and stuff. It's like, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch.
No, fair enough, man.
Liverpool got the win again. Wirtz is coming alive now. Got his first goal in the Premier League. Do you think he's gonna kick on from here? Do you think he's gonna be the guy we saw in the Bundesliga? Or is it back to downhill? Do you think he plays better with Ekitike as well up front?
I think, do you know what? To be fair to Wirtz, obviously we've given a bit of stick on here as well. But to be fair, when you watch him, he's actually a very tidy player.
He's a baller.
Yeah. He's a very clever player. I'm not comparing, but he could be Liverpool's Rayan Cherki in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Because of his movement off the ball, the fact that he's 2-footed, he's a sort of player that can sort of ghost in, drift in. I mean, he's created quite a few chances. He should have got assists before, But, I mean, he has to kick on, really. And I think the goals that he's got... Because Liverpool are starting to look stronger now. They've got a couple of clean sheets as well, which they were lacking before. So, clearly, the manager's changed something. I think Kirkes has started to solidify his place in the left-back as well. He's starting to do better. I mean, Ekitike now is going to get a lot of game time because, obviously, Isak's going to be out pretty much for the whole season. So that could play into their hands because they can start building, like you're saying, that connection, that relationship, which is important.
I prefer Ekitike up here, in the Liverpool system.
Yeah, I do as well.
Man. I think he just...
He's more physical as well, isn't he?
Yeah, you can see it. He scores. More time he's played, he's got a goal and an assist.
Yeah,
he looks like he just fits how
Liverpool looks like a £130 million player.
Yeah. But it's weird, isn't it? Because when you look at attacking players, they live off confidence. And when they go 2 or 3 games without scoring and people on their back and people are writing stuff about them on social media and everything, they must see it. And it must be on their thing and they think, oh, I've got this chance, I've missed it again. They must be in their head all the time. 100%. So I think once they get 1 goal, usually they kick on and they go on a run and they score 2. You've seen it with Haaland even before where he's had 2 or 3 games and people go...
He went a while after last season. He went on a goal drought.
And then he'll go and score 4 in the next game after that. And you think, they must breathe off confidence.
Especially younger players.
Yeah.
Especially younger players. And this is why I've been saying for a long time, big teams, I've said it ages ago, big teams, the big clubs, need an experienced striker in the squad. So that when you've got your younger, sort of more expensive luxury striker that's out of form, bring in the experienced head. Not saying he's going to go and score a hat-trick or whatever, but even if he does something in the game, gets involved in the game, it will. Do you know what I mean? It will take the pressure off the striker. You know what I mean? He'll know how to deal with the pressure.
Yeah.
And then slowly bring him back into the squad. So yeah, no, I agree with that. 100%.
My brain just fried there. Gyökeres, you said about a miss. Did you see his miss against Brighton?
Is it the one where he tried to lob the keeper or something, and he just went straight into the keeper?
Passed it back to him.
Yeah, I was that one, yeah.
And it's back to your point about the confidence, man. I think he's, yeah. Do you think he's lacking confidence, or do you feel he's just not for the Premier League? Sorry to go to Arsenal, but you just reminded me.
I don't know. It's a tough one because
Yeah.
if you look at his stats, he's done it all right. I mean, he was at Brighton, didn't really do much there.
Yeah, well,
Coventry
done, yeah.
did really well at, but
Yeah.
it's a different level, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you can see
yeah.
from Championship to Prem how big that step is, and how, you know, even coming from a foreign league to coming into like the Premier League, you see players always fail at it. So I think the Premier League is the hardest for a reason, right? It's the best league, but it's also the hardest league.
Yeah.
So I feel like he might be out of his depth, but again, he might just need 1 or 2 goals. But he's had them chances where he scored 1 or 2 goals, and then he's sort of dropped off again and not really done it and stuff. But you know, going into a new team as well, finding that sort of feet into that team within Arsenal, it might just take a little bit of time to adapt into it.
But you know what? I know what you're saying, and you're right. But I feel like at the same time, Arsenal should have. They wanted Sesko. Arsenal wanted Sesko. That was the number 1 choice.
Yeah.
Right. You've done your research on him. That's why.
Yeah.
If you're going to get Gyökeres and he's not, if like this argument about he's not getting fed properly, he's not. But you should know, if you're bringing him in, you should know what kind of way you play.
Yeah.
How he's going to fit into your play. And I know for us football fans, you know, it's easy for us to look at, but that's what their job is. They start their job early morning and they finish late at night. That's what you're doing all day, every day. You should know.
Analysts that
exactly.
watch,
exactly.
runs,
Exactly.
everything, yeah.
Data, and especially now.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny, but you look at Arteta, who's a brilliant coach. He's so detail orientated. The guys that are with him are so detail orientated. You should know that.
Yeah.
You should know that he's not going to fit in. So why go and splash 50, 60 million? Like, remember I said to you before, go and, do you know what? I'm not saying that he would have done better, but this is why I was saying Arsenal should go for someone like Mateta.
Yeah.
Because at least he knows the league.
Yeah.
If maybe they sort of misjudged it. Maybe it was like, maybe they thought that he would do the bits, but he's not. That's a different conversation. But if your argument is he's not being fed, or they're not playing the right why are they not playing the right passes? What kind of striker have you bought? What kind of players have you got behind him? Why are you going to get Eze? Why are you getting Madueke? Why are you playing Ødegaard if they're not going to feed him? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So why is he playing? So they take him out of the team then and play someone else. Play, obviously Jesus is back.
Yeah.
Play Marino, which is what you're saying. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
This is how I feel about it. It's at other clubs, fair enough, because they're not there yet. But Arsenal are up there now. So those little details shouldn't be too much of a big problem. You should be able to analyse the game and say, right, even if you've got to involve your players, sit them down and say, right, this is how we're going to play. This is what we need to do. I'm not talking about the player that you're signing. I'm talking about the players that are meant to be feeding him. Am I making sense?
Yeah, but I'm going to play devil's advocate. You know I'm not the biggest fan of Gyökeres at the moment.
Yeah.
But if you look at Isak, for example, in Liverpool, in Newcastle, firing, same as Gyökeres at his other club, Liverpool struggling. So is it actual he's not ready for the Premier League, or is it like what you just said, the team getting used to the systems? It might just be that factor. So he might be Prem ready. He just needs to get used to.
You're absolutely right. You're right. That's a very good point. And but again, it goes to what I'm saying. Have you? And I know for a fact, 100% Liverpool's the people that Liverpool buy are led by data as well. I know that for sure because that's the model that United are going after now as well. So. Is it because he's not physically up there? And I personally think with Isak it was a little bit different. I think he was. You talk about confidence.
Yeah.
I think Isak, because he was out of the team for so long and he wasn't training, he didn't have a pre-season. I know it sounds like I'm making up an excuse.
That's an excuse.
But but hear me out. No, but hear me out. I feel like with him, because it took so long and because of the massive price tag, by the time he came back into the team, Ekitike had already established himself. Well, was starting to establish himself. The fans were already singing his name. He's not really had a pre-season. There was a lot of, because obviously you talk about confidence, a lot of it is mental as well. Whereas Gyökeres was meant to come in and start firing. And I know he's come from a different league.
He didn't come, he didn't have pre-season as well though.
Who, Gyökeres?
Yeah.
Why didn't he have a pre-season?
He didn't play. He didn't play pre-season. Remember we got him, he missed loads of pre-season for us and he wasn't playing for...
So that could be it as well then. So if but then that's fine then. So that's what it could be.
Sorry, I need to get this point across. I forget. Pre-season is the beginning of the season. We're now 18 or how many games in, the pre-season stuff's out the window, bro.
Yeah.
You've been training long enough. They train how many days a week? 5, 6 days a week?
Yeah.
You've had enough training now to say pre-season, cool, that's 4 or 5 games. Get up to speed, you should be with 18 games in. So that argument's out the window.
No, but
for Isaac and for your career.
But my point is, it has a knock-on effect. Because for the rest of the season, when you're bro, you got to remember, they're experienced players, but they're still young men.
Yeah.
These guys are young. So when you're sitting there reading all the memes and reading people talking about you, listen, bro, it's going to get to you.
I don't think
Especially, I think it will. Especially, no disrespect to Sporting, who are a massive club in Portugal, and no disrespect to Newcastle, who are a big club in England as well. But they're not Liverpool, and they're not Arsenal.
No.
They're just not. Like,
Fan base is different.
They're just not. It's a different fan base. And
it won't get you, Frank. It's just like people diss us in comments all the time. What are you talking about? Diss you all the time. I don't give a shit. So, I don't care. No, I don't.
Yeah.
They're professional football players.
Yeah.
I don't think they care about
But it's not
somebody who's never played number one. People like myself and you women, oh, what's wrong? We've never played football at the level to even know what's going on. So I don't think they give a damn.
But I think they do that. I think they do because
Yeah.
if you think they're like footballers, they're all about ego, right? Today's age, they are all about
Yeah,
ego.
they are.
You see it with cars they buy, all of this stuff, and the money allows them to do it and stuff. But they want to have the fastest car. They want to do this. You know, if you're a striker, you're based on one stat, which is how many goals you get, right? And you want to be the top goal scorer. That's what everyone does it for, regardless of. I'm telling you now, whatever striker says, "Oh, I don't care how many goals I score as long as my team wins the Premier League." That's not true at all. You want your team to win, but you also want to score as many goals to be the top dog in a striker. Same with defenders, same with goalkeepers. They want to have the cleanest sheet all the time. They want their team to win as much as they do, but they're not bothered whether they lose by if they win the clean sheet bonus or they get the highest goal scorer bonus. They literally want to be the top dog in what they do and be the proudest thing of that and be the best defender or be in the team of the year or whatever. And when they read stuff like this, it does get on their back. You can see it. Right, let's go way back. Eric Cantona, right? He was at Crystal Palace and a fan said something to him and he karate kicked him. How can you tell me?
And how
how
was
can
it?
you tell?
27, 28 at the time?
How can you tell me that didn't get to him?
Yeah.
He probably said something ridiculous that he could have been waters off a duck's back and just gone,
Yeah.
oh, fair enough. He karate kicked this bloke in the head, and you're reading that social media wasn't a thing back then, so that was the equivalent of someone slating someone.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure they probably do respond to some things and go, oh, do you know what this?
They
You
do,
see
yeah,
some
they do.
people
Yeah,
like
they
share
do.
it on their thing and go, look at this muppet, he's done this to me and everything. They read stuff, it gets in their head. And the best way to do that is and turn the haters off is to go and score goals. And if you're not doing that, that pressure's just going to pile up.
And this is what I've been saying.
But I feel like as a player, I'm playing. You know when you come off the pitch.
Yeah.
We've all played football, like Sunday league, whatever, Saturday football. You know when you come off, you've had a bad game. You know, oh my God, I had a mare.
Yeah.
So us saying you had a mare, you know that yourself. It's like Aubameyang used to say it when the AFTV lot used to slate him, whatever not. He used to say, nah, slate me. I know I've played rubbish. I need to hear that. I need to hear it. Maybe he's got tougher skin. There are going to be players that it will get to them. Because we're all human at the end of the day. But
the other thing as well is it's not just us. It's not just the fans. It's not just us. It's the pundits.
Yeah.
It's the journalists. It's your own people. Do you know what I mean?
I think their opinion will more get to them.
Yeah.
Then
It's a bit of everything, man. And you're like you said yourself. It's yourself. If you're not playing well and you're like, oh, another bad touch. Oh, another shot. I should have scored.
Yeah.
That.
It does
It's just
affect
gonna-
you. Yeah, that does affect
especially
you.
when you know that as soon as that whistle blows and remember one thing: the difference between Gyökeres and Isak is Arsenal winning games.
Yeah.
Liverpool have just started winning games, but they weren't winning games.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that and Isak was more than double the price of what Gyökeres was. He's very expensive. So yeah. Anyway,
I think a bad touch and those things, it draws on your confidence.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, we all know you need confidence to play football.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're not going to take that shot.
Yeah.
And you're not confident. Should I do it? Should I not?
Yeah.
You lose the
Yeah.
ball.
like Jake said, especially for attacking players.
Yeah.
Especially for attacking players, man.
Oh, time is flying, man.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to have to jump into the interview now, get to know Jake a bit more.
Jack, by the way.
Jack. Brother.
Sorry, man.
That's all right.
Sorry. You should have corrected me as well, man.
Jack.
Say
Sorry, mate. I am so bad at names.
Don't worry.
Call bloody Ian Wright, Thierry Henry.
Yeah, let's not get started on names. Let's not get
I'm
started on
terrible.
names. Yeah.
Jack.
Oh my god.
I'm only joking. Alright, Jack. Right, we're gonna get to know Jack a bit better. So Jack. So tell me, man, for the people that don't know you, who are you and like?
Yeah, so I'm Jack. I'm the founder of a charity football team called Inter Legends. So we are a football team that has ex-professional football players and like some celebrities and stuff that play for us. So we travel up and down the country raising money for different causes. We play in Premier League stadiums. Yes, good little
you
hobby.
play in Premier League stadiums?
Well, I don't know if this counts. We played Southampton last year and they were relegated after.
Still Premier League.
Yeah,
still Premier League.
Premier League,
That's a Premier League.
Well, in that case, I scored there as well. So I scored in the Premier League stadium.
What's it like playing in the Prem stadium? What was it? What was it like?
Do you know what? The weirdest thing that my memory is, we had 5,500 people in attendance, and I remember walking out and thinking, it's so loud. Right, everyone was loud. I could hear people talking and stuff. When the whistle blew, I couldn't hear a thing.
Yeah.
I could hear a pin drop. You know, I could hear other people talking on the pitch. I couldn't hear all that noise behind me, and I knew it was still there.
Yeah.
But it just switched off. It was like someone had just like put earphones on me or something. It was mad.
It's mad.
Yeah.
Is the pitch like much bigger and like
Yeah.
the goals?
Yeah.
When you score from outside the box.
Yeah, I remember.
That's how they've been shaking.
Yeah, I remember like in the warm up, someone stood not far away from me and they was like, ping it over, and I thought, I don't know if my legs will reach, mate. I'm
Serious?
hungry. Yeah.
He's right.
I remember seeing it thinking, this is massive. Like, I felt like their keeper was miles away, and I was like, wow, like, you're right over there, sort of thing. It was mad. But like, the pitch is immaculate. Like, it's crazy. Like, everything's just next level. Like, we went into the changing rooms, and the whiteboard was like this interactive thing. And I said to bloke, I went, how much that cost? He goes, that was $7,000 for a whiteboard. And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Like,
What's it, AI?
yeah, it's all like interactive and that, and it's crazy. Like,
it picks a team for you.
Yeah. Like they had at Southampton, they had a players' lounge, and they had like a pool table and they had dartboard and stuff, and that was just where the players go like when they get
Just
to the
catch,
match
innit? Yeah.
before you go into the change room. And we was in there, and like it was even things like that. I was just like, this is just crazy. It's mad.
And again, no disrespect to Southampton. That's Southampton.
Yeah.
That's not Arsenal, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Spurs. We've got like the best stadium in the country. You know what I mean?
I've never played in the Premier League. I've been on Wembley before when I was like in high school. Like we went to some night thing.
Yeah.
But like imagine, look what you said, to ping it was far. So we're here saying, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And then you look, it's ridiculous to do it. So you got to pick up the pros, man. You got to pick up the pros at the job, man.
Yeah,
and that's the thing with doing what we do.
Yeah.
Seeing like we spoke earlier about like League One to Prem and noticing that difference. Seeing that level in real life with people from like Sunday League to ex-pro is wild. Like seeing like it's all for charity, right? And it always will be. But the competitiveness after we cross that white line never goes from anyone. They're all like, right, bang, straight in. Like I remember we played a five-a-side tournament. We put two teams in, and I was up against Leroy Lita. And he's in my ear going to me, don't get too close, don't get too close. And I'm thinking, what do you mean? And he spins me, goes and scores. And I'm thinking, like, the move was done and the ball was in the back of net before I could react. That's how quick it was. And this guy's 40-odd, do you know what I mean? Like, he's lost a bit of that pace and a bit of that, like, decision-making.
But it just shows you the levels.
It shows you the levels.
In his prime, it would have been even madder.
Yeah. Like, we had, last year we had Jordan Ibe with us, and
He's
not even retired,
well.
mate. He's 29 years of age, and he just messaged us on Instagram, was like, look, kind of lost my way a bit, mental health struggled and all of that. I mean, it's well documented that he struggled with mental health. And he was like, I can't get into a club because like people have this enigma with me about my mental health and stuff. He said, but I want to play football. And I said, come and do it away from the cameras, come and do it away from everything else, come and play with us. You know, this guy I had to go pick him up from his mum's house, you know, and he was £14 million someone paid for him at one point. You know, and to see him drop from that to that, but the one thing he never lost was his love for football. You know, but we turned up at this game at Maidstone, right? And I said to him, right, I'll pick you up. I said, come in with me. You know, won't see any fans or anything. We'll go straight in the change room. You're not ready for all that yet. I said, just go on the pitch and just kick a ball about. Mate, honestly, the free kicks this guy was taking,
It's ridiculous.
the power and the whip in the corner like that. I was like, oh, he did one, and I looked at my brother who runs the team, and I was like, and he went, see if he does it again. Next one, same place. He'd done 4 in a row, and I was like, oh my God. We sat down in the changing room, and I went, right, Jordan, you're on free kicks today. He was like, yeah, sound no way. He got one, he whipped it in the match as well, and I was like, are you all right? I was like, this is just crazy levels.
Shout out Jordan Ibe, man.
Yeah, and you know, he's actually left us now because he's gone to sign a pro club because he was doing such good things.
Yeah,
and
good for him.
all we
Yeah,
did
good
was
for
use
him.
our platform to be able to share clips of him scoring goals, doing stuff. I mean, he turned up and he'd score 6 goals in a game, get 8 assists or something like that.
He was a baller.
Mate, he was.
He was looking at Liverpool.
Yeah, he was just a joke, like just like levels and levels and levels, and then this club came and said, look, you know, Jordan, what do you think? And a few of us just got together and just said, look, great kid, needs an arm around him. That's what he needs to do. And he's gone and playing. I can't remember his playing now. It's in Moscow, I think it is, or somewhere like that. Yeah. But he's gone and signed there.
Good for Jordan, man.
Yeah.
Good, well done as well. Yeah. Well done for supporting him, man. That's brilliant.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's
same.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's powerful, man.
Yeah.
It helped him go through his
that's
journey,
it.
went off, and then he's got back into what he loves. And
Yeah.
sick.
100%,
We've done
yeah.
the Inter Legends as well, man.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
definitely, man.
And this is what it's about: the power of social media, and obviously just helping people, man. So I love that stuff.
And,
yeah, go on.
and without social media, like, we wouldn't be where we are. Like, you know, originally when we started this up, it was meant to just be a one-match thing that we was going to do.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we didn't expect it to go to this sort of level, like where it was going. It was just because we did it, and people started messaging us after, being like, "When's the next game?" And we was like, "Well, we haven't planned it.
Yeah.
You know, we hadn't done it." Like, when I first reached out to Sean Wallace, who's our manager from the Chase, I messaged him just like. To be honest, he doesn't know the story, but I messaged 100 people being like, "Do you want to be our manager? Do you want to be our manager?" He was the only guy that replied. You know, and
He just found out now, isn't he?
exclusive. But you know, he messaged us back, and when he came, I was a bit like, "Is he gonna like know football and stuff and things like that?" He's brilliant, like not even just from a football perspective, but getting the crowd involved and doing all this kind of thing and like being great to us, you know, like and he has time for everyone. You know, if I FaceTimed him now and said, "Sean, I need you to do this for me," like share this on your social web, he would do it because you know he loves it and he enjoys it. But again, like his football knowledge, like his mastermind subject was football and like Champions League and international football and stuff. So his knowledge of football is amazing. But to the person behind the camera and that is just a great bloke.
You can tell. To be fair, you can tell. He comes across so well, and hopefully we can get him on.
Yeah.
Big up.
Do the OTB Chase special. Do some
He
quizzes.
complete all the quizzes out there.
Yes, man, I bet he would. I bet he would.
25. We're going to take a step back. I just want to know, how did your football journey start?
So, my football journey is like it's not really that interesting at all. Like I never got to a decent level. I played a bit of Saturday football. I fell out of love with football because I was at the age when I was 16. I started to go into men's football, and we was at that point where I was playing for a team that like it was a good ground and stuff. It was like the first team we get semi-pro and stuff, and I was on the brink of playing for the first team, but I was in the reserves. And I remember one day they called me up and they said, "Do you want to come play for the first team?" And it was like 3 hours away. And, you know, 3 o'clock kickoff, you've got to be there at 12, you've got to leave early. All my mates were going down a pub and they were going to like barbecues and stuff and things like that. And I just said to myself, I'm a kid. Do you know what I mean? I'm never going to make it to the Premier League. I don't want to do that. I enjoyed playing football when I was down like the courts playing with my mates and stuff. And I just said, I just don't want to do it. So I fell out of love with football when I was 16. I stepped away from it. I started to play like five-a-side and things like that and everything. And then from there, I just didn't see my mates. Like we grew up, and when we got to about 2021, we all went separate ways. We got lives, we got jobs and everything. And we used to meet up once a year down the pub at Christmas time, and we'd say, "Oh, you know, we should do this more often. We should do this more often."
Yeah.
And we became friends from playing football. So I said to everyone at that point, I went, "Right, we all live still locally. Give me 20 quid, and I'll go and start a football team." And they all put 20 quid in, and I walked across the pub over the road, and I said to him, I went, "Right, I'm going to start a football team. Do you want to sponsor it?" And he 500 quid, and he goes, yeah, all right, fine, we'll do it. We started this team up. Basically, my mates were a bunch of wrong-uns, and we went and won the league, we won the cup,
What's the
everything.
team called?
It was named after this pub. So originally, we had a guy in our team who used to think he was a rapper. So he was like, at the time I needed to find a name, and he was like, "I'm spitting lyrics," so I called it Lyrics FC. And then realised that wasn't really, had no meaning behind it. And then I went to this bloke and he goes, "I'll buy your team off you, but you have to call it the Peacock." So it's called Peaky FC after this pub. And we just went and we just won everything, and we loved it. And that was like getting our youth back from doing that. So I ran that for about 2 or 3 years. You know, we won quite a lot of stuff. You know, we did everything. I'm still mates with all the guys now. You know, one of them was my best man at my wedding and stuff. And I just loved doing that. And it was before social media was a thing, so there was no real presence and stuff. But I always felt like if we had social media there, we'd have grown that to be something quite cool. And then I moved away, moved to London. The team sort of folded, and you know whatever else, and we just have the memories now. But how I started this up it's such a strange story, but it's all true how it happened. So I'm in my kitchen doing my dishwasher, listening to TalkSport every single day, And I'm doing dishwasher, and there's a bloke called Tom Rosenthal from Friday Night Dinner, Plebs. He's on them sort of TV shows.
Yeah.
He's on there, and he's talking about how he wants to try and get around the world in 80 favours. So concept is he wants to go from point A to Heathrow, from all the way around the world back to Heathrow. He can't pay for any flights, travel, any hotels or anything. He's got to do favours. So he was like, I'm doing this leaving party in Soho, and I need to get from Soho to Heathrow. Can someone come and take me there, and I'll do something for you? So at the time, I had a festival accessory company that I started up called Beer Lanyard, where it basically was a lanyard that held your pints. So it stopped like landfill, people throwing their cups away at festivals and stuff. And I called the hotline. I thought, I'll see if I get through. I rang him and I was like, right, I want you to promote my business on social media. He goes, yeah, I'll do that. Come and get me. Went to this thing, and there was so many celebrities there at his leaving party. There was like, loads of people from Comedy Central and from Channel 4 and stuff, and all of this. But his dad is Jim Rosenthal, the old football commentator. So being a football fan, I was drawn to him, whereas like my brother was a bit more over there with all the comedy people. Yeah. And Jim's best mate was the owner of Northampton Town Football Club. And I only knew him because my best man was a Northampton Town football fan, and he sort of mentioned him and stuff and everything. So I went over there and started speaking to him, a few beers. The owner of Northampton Town's trying to buy my business off me. He's like, oh, let me buy it off you, blah, blah. Anyway, I stayed in contact with him, and I was like, right, look, I'm interested in having a conversation. He goes, last game season's up in Tranmere. I put 2 tickets for you. Come up, have a chat. So last game season, I'm on the pitch. I'm celebrating with all the players after they got promoted. I'm in the changing room. It's mad. Like, it was unbelievable.
So it's just random.
Yeah.
She's like me, innit?
Yeah.
You're like, bro, I'm like the most randomest guy, like the weirdest thing.
You go out for a pint of milk.
Like, you sound like me, bro. Like,
you go out for a pint of milk, comes about a week later.
The weird, like, bearing in mind, I went to Northampton shop on my way up to Tranmere to buy a top because I don't support them and stuff. And I'm there celebrating. I mean, all like the photos at the end of season things. It's mad. But
so
I got speaking to him, and he was just like, so he basically said to me, he was like, you need to sell your product to football fans, because we work with PDC Darts, we work with Leicester Tigers, all of this kind of stuff. Drinking legislations in football games, you can't drink and view a pitch. So we went to Spurs, they didn't want it, Arsenal didn't want it. So we were like, it's not obviously not right for Premier League. He was like, look, what I'll let you do is, I'll give you the stadium, go to Sixfield Stadium, put a festival on, sell to our fans, we'll pack it with our fans, proof of concept, you go to other clubs, sell your products, right? Fast forward, right, Team U, Alibaba, all that, copy my product, my business fell on its ass, and basically we lost the business and we ended up packing it up and just not doing it anymore. But I said to him, I was like, right, I've looked at what I need to do to get a festival on, way above my pay grade, don't know insurances, riders, all that kind of stuff. I was like, I'm just going to leave it. And he goes, well, you got this pitch, you got 6 weeks, do something on it because I can't resell it now. Yeah. No one's going to buy it. Called all the old Peaky boys. I said to him, right, get a band back together. We're going to play football in Northampton Town football, right? So he said to me, I said, look, how much did it cost you to open your stadium? He goes, equivalent of you selling 400 tickets. And he goes, that would be a good day, because we did Northampton Legends game here and we sold 400 tickets, right? Anyway, went back to Spurs, went to a game there, and they have all like the club ambassadors and stuff. And I said to Sandro, I was like, have you got a Legends team? And he goes, yeah. I said, right, put them together. Me and my mates are going to play.
Ex-Spurs player, Sandro.
Yeah. And I said, get your Spurs Legends team together. We're going to give you a game. Right, so organised this match, sold like 4,500 tickets.
Wow.
Mad, yeah. I was on my stag do, like absolutely steaming, and I'm watching the tickets roll in, and I'm like, right, there's 1,000 sold now, there's like 1,500 sold now, over a weekend in Benidorm, and all my mates are like, what have we done? Yeah. I'm like, what have we done? So when I got back off that stag do and sobered up, I was a bit more like,
damn,
I need to call some professional players now to help me, because we're going to get beat.
Yeah.
So I started messaging people on Instagram, and people just
random. For everybody, just let everybody know this is like, so you're just freestyling as you're going along, basically.
Just falling into it a little bit. Yeah. And I started messaging a few players, and I started getting messages back being like, yeah, I'll come. In the end, we had a pretty good team, but I was really taken back. So that game was really successful.
Can you just tell us like any stand-up players that you had at the time?
Yeah, so we had Pieface play for us, the YouTuber guy. We had Ralph Little, he played for us. We had, obviously, Aaron McLean played for us. That was his first game. Yeah. Craig McHale-Smith played for us.
Yeah, okay.
Sean became our manager for the first game.
Okay.
We had quite a lot of Northampton legends, so like Derek Asamoah and stuff that came and played for us. Yeah. They all sort of turned up. And the Spurs team, to be honest, I was really disappointed, because like we got Spurs to come down, and they said to us, we're getting Teddy Sheringham, we're getting Darren Ander and all these players. I turned up, and there was like 8 people I didn't know. And as a Spurs fan, I'm like,
really?
Yeah. The only one that I knew was Neil Sullivan in goal.
Yeah.
And Pascal Chimbonda played against us as well.
Okay.
So I was a bit like, oh my God. And like, I was just like, is this going to be, am I going to get a bit of backlash from it and everything? And it was fine in the end because people were just like, look, work commitments, people drop out. But I think they probably just didn't have any intention of giving them. But after that match, really successful. Everyone loved it. We did a thing where we basically took all the players down to, we had like a friends and family bar, and then we had a sponsors bar, and then like a fans bar. So we walked them all down, and they had a pint there. When I went into the fans bar, the amount of people that buy me drinks, the amount of people that asked me to sign stuff and do all this stuff and everything, it was wild. I was signing England shirts, boots, balls, everything. But when I was speaking to people, I was like, why do you love it so much? Because I was like shocked that the people watching me and my mates play football and like these random people all together, and they were like, good day out, raised money for charity, and we really enjoyed it. And then afterwards, the messages I was getting on social media was like, when's the next one? When's the next one? Yeah. And I thought, I'm just going to have to ride the train until it stops. So last year, that was June 2024. So
it wasn't that long ago.
No. So that was the first match we did. We didn't do another match until November 2024.
Yeah.
And then in February, rebranded, so it's called Beer Lanyard FC. Then we changed it to Inter Legends FC in February. Today we're almost at 7,000 followers, and it's less than a year we've been running that account. We've got a sponsor, we've got a manufacturer our kit. We play at Premier League stadiums. It's mad. We went to Cornwall, Wales, Hull. Brilliant. We go all over the place, and we do it. And the team's just grown massively. Like we've got Fraser Campbell play for us, Kieran Clark play for us.
Ex-United.
Yeah,
Fraser Campbell.
Mate, yeah, it's crazy. Like some of these boys that come out and go, oh, do you know what? Like even my inbox, like. There was one time as well, like this story's mad as well, but I'm on holiday with my missus, right? And my missus don't know football at all. So I'm on holiday and we're in the departure lounge to come home, and she's like, oh, it's really nice, you know, my wife's pregnant, she loves spending time with me and everything. And I've got Nanny on the phone, right, being like, I could come over to your football tournament tomorrow, get me a flight. And my missus in my ear going, get off your phone, stop working. I went, babe, if you knew what's going on, yeah, like you would be...
Champions League winner.
So I have to break it down for her. I'm like, imagine, right, Kim Kardashian calls you and says, come to the makeup trial. I'm like, that's the level I'm at now. I couldn't make it work because basically the thing that didn't make it work was he was in, I think, Werder Bremen playing a charity match. And the flight that got him over here was too late for him to come to the tournament we were playing at. But he hopefully next year we're going to get him on. Antonio Valencia as well. Hopefully we're going to get him next year.
Proper legends.
But
Nanny's up.
yeah, mate, it's mad. Like, and it's just crazy. Like, you know, it's unbelievable the level it's gone to. Like, I speak to Stephen Ireland pretty much every other day on WhatsApp. Like,
what a player he was, by the way.
Mad. Like, so you know the level it's gone to is just crazy, and I'm still sitting here thinking, what's happening today? Because something else is going to happen, and it's just crazy.
It's mad because it's just stemmed from
There was no plan. There was no plan. There was no plan.
I love stories like that because you know sometimes you see things and you think, oh, they've come from a rich family or you've played football at a high level.
Have always had links. That's
all these friends. But as you lot just heard, it's literally just winging it.
Winging a prayer, mate. Winging a prayer. 100%.
Respect, man. Well done, man.
Cheers.
Well done. Yeah,
Cheers.
Cheers. Love those. Fantastic. Yeah. But what does it actually take to run a football club? Because it's all well getting it all done and the lovely when the game's on, but the behind the scenes stuff is what people don't see. I wanted to hear a bit more about that stuff.
And that's the thing. Like I say to people come and they see 90 minutes, but these matches take like weeks, months to plan and get it organised. You know, even I was saying to somebody the other day, although we've got these ex-professional football players, we still come with 10 footballs and leave with 4 afterwards because they kick them over and stuff. And it's like it is running like. I think we're very lucky now because the core of the team have become like friends and everyone's more invested. So instead of someone coming for like one game, we pick up someone we think you'll be around for 5 or 6 games. Yeah. So we've got like a good WhatsApp group now of like Dean Ashton in it, people like that. And it goes off in there, to be fair. It's quite funny, but you know, like everyone chips in now. If I call any one of them and I say, right, I need this, they'll go and do it for me, or they'll go, they'll sort it out for me. Whereas before, it was me doing it, but I was doing it on a much smaller scale. Whereas now, everyone chips in, everyone gets involved. Family members get involved and help out and stuff as well. So, like my mum, shout out my mum, she does the kits, she washes the kits for me and stuff. You know, like so. I do delegate a little bit more now around things like we've got a volunteer, Alfie, who does our social media. He's 14 years of age, and he just messaged and was like, I want to be involved. And I was like, come and do this for us. You know, we've just got a full-time videographer, full-time graphic designer as well, all volunteers still, but because we want everyone can see the vision it's going to and where it's going, people are like, I want a piece of that pie, which is great. Like come and it's not my pie, come and share the pie with me. Do you know what I mean? Like so there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes to get this stuff going. And it's become easier in the last year, and the thing I would take it from is that before, again, I used to send out probably like 500 emails to clubs being like, can I play on your pitch? Can I do this? Can I do that? Like sort of believe in my vision. And a couple of them come back and go, yeah, all right. But this year, people message us.
Amazing.
And that's different. That's where it changes, where clubs come and go, we've seen what you're doing. Do you want to do something with us? And we go, yeah, that's mad. Players now reach out to us and go, I want to come and play for you. I want to be involved.
And that's the blessing when you know people's reaching out to you.
Yeah.
You're not the one that's calling everybody.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Honestly, you know what? It's listening to all your stories, man. It's inspiring.
Yeah.
It really is. Because honestly, you know, like, there's people out there trying to do so many different things, whether it's us doing a podcast, you guys, shout out Grovesy as well.
Grovesy,
there's
man.
so many people doing a lot of good things, and you sound so passionate and enthusiastic about it. It's good to hear, man. It's great to see.
Have you played Goals of Gosh? You played it?
Yeah, we played them. We smashed them, by the way.
You need Jordan in your team, man.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It's like 19-4 or something like that.
Oh, he was better than
That's a lot. That's a liberty.
Grovesy's such a good man. Like, you know, he was. You know, I don't think we're in competition because I was saying to you earlier, like, we want to be seen a little bit differently. Like, there's a lot of charity teams out there that do that thing, and they do it once a year and stuff. Whereas the way I can best describe it is we want to be the Harlem Globetrotters of football, where people can challenge us, but we don't want to go and win 1 or 2-0. We do that sometimes because, you know, last year we played like Step 4 teams, like in their pre-season. They wanted us to go down and stuff. And, you know, we're playing them. We've got like Adrian Mariappa playing for us and people like that. And it's good to see like us against real teams and test ourselves. It shows how good we are. But, you know, I want people to get enjoyment out of it. And 9 times out of 10, people don't come and they expect to beat us. They are happy if they score a goal. They're happy with us going in the pub afterwards and having a pint with them and sharing stories. And, you know, I've gone to other events like similar to this, and people pack up, have a shower, and they go home. Whereas our boys will stay in the bar afterwards, and people are approachable, and they do that. And, you know, we went to one match. I think it was near Leicestershire somewhere. Dean Ashton come play first game. Right, turned up, and I was thinking, what's he going to be like? Is he going to be a bit like on his high horse, down to earth, really nice bloke. Got up on stage, said thank you to everyone. Brilliant. Did like a whole speech and everything. Was just nicest bloke ever, and you just meet characters, and that's what I said to people. I was like, I'm not looking for the best players there. I'm trying to build a team. I'm trying to get people into
characters, personality,
people that, you know, and part of it is like social media. That's what's going to make us go to that next level. So people that can sit behind a camera, that can talk about stuff and have passion and do that and everything, and it comes from me first. You know, I'm the person that started this up, so people have to see stuff like this and go, I really like what he's talking about, you know, or we've messaged you before and they've not replied. Then they'll go, oh, well, I've seen what he's talking about. I've seen what it is. And, you know, the main thing is the lads miss the camaraderie of changing room. They still want to be competitive. They still want to do something. And they want to be in a team. And I said to them, this is the perfect place. It's like a family. So, you know, people will see it and they'll come and go, oh, yeah, all right, fair enough. I'm ready now. I'm ready to do it. You know, and a lot of the lads, like Dean Ashton is a prime example. I messaged him, if you look back through my messages, I'll scroll like that, and he messaged me back once and was like, yeah, all right, fair enough, I'm ready now, and I'll come and play.
Do you know what? It's funny what you said towards the end when you said a lot of them still want to be competitive, still miss the camaraderie. While you were speaking, I was just thinking that as well. What you guys are doing is great from their perspective as well, because a lot of ex-footballers, and we know this because we've spoken about, you know, I've spoken to ex-footballers personally as well. A lot of them, you know, I mean, you touched on Jordan as well, Jordan Nye. Like, when football's done, a lot of them struggle a lot.
They don't have a plan.
They don't have a plan, and, you know, like, I don't want to use certain terms like depression and everything, but a lot of them do fall into the depressive states as well. But I think with this, it gives them a purpose because it's not just playing like you would be. Like you said, it's getting involved. Like you said, being like you're a part of a family. Yeah. Because that's what it is, isn't it? You're part of a group. You're on WhatsApp groups. You're this and that. So it's really, really good what you guys are doing. Yeah. Honestly, it's brilliant.
And it's important as well. Like, you know, I talk about playing at Southampton, and when we play at Southampton, you can imagine what our DMs are like. When you post it saying we're playing at Southampton, you get 500 people say, I want to play, I want to play, I want to play. Yeah. But if you ain't played...
You're going to have me message you too. I want to play.
But I say to people, I'm like, if you didn't turn up at Cornwall, where we had to travel 5 hours down there, don't expect to turn up at Southampton and be in front of the crowd and that. Come and do the hard work, and then, you know, that's how you're going to come and get involved.
Frank.
Hey, listen, man, I do the graph.
He doesn't do the new class with me.
Yeah. Right.
Cool. Yeah. So, who's the best player you've played with, would you say, or seen play in the Interlegends?
I think there's some good ones out there. I mean, Jordan Ibe, obviously, because he was still in his prime, fit, everything. Like I said, like, unbelievable. But I think Leroy Liam, like, honestly, this guy is just incredible. Like, mindset, everything. Like, you know, he's the best one to go on a night out with, but also mentality and everything. Like, still there, still like calls me and says, what we're doing this weekend, what's the plan, how we're attacking it, you know, things like that. He's just in it, like, so he lives and breathes energy, but ability as well. Like, I've drove this guy to like Cornwall, I've drove him to Hull and stuff, and I've got to spend some time with him in the car, and I just chat and like as we do now. And I said to him, I was like, how'd you get into it all? And his story is mad. He used to be a goalkeeper. He was a goalkeeper, and end of season, right, and their youth team, they all pulled positions out of a hat. He pulled out a striker, scored 9 goals. And then the manager was like, "You're not going back and goal now." That's mad.
And then from there, he just kicked on.
Yeah, and went and played professional football. Like, you know, but he is just like, he has no losing mindset. You know, like he told me a story once about where he went back home to the country he's from. I can't remember what country he's from now. I think it's Ghana or something.
I think I'm wearing off.
Yeah. But he was saying, I was like, how do you get to be that relentless? How do you get to be that like tough and stuff? He watched a local gang come down and shoot his best mate when he was like 8 years of age. I was like, he goes, I'm just built differently. And you can tell that's what got him through football and stuff. But he still lives his life like that now, even with what he's doing now. Like, he is resilience, you know, and all of them have that. They have that mindset. They have that skill. They have the skill, like, granted. But you see players drop off and you think, he was good. Like, why has he dropped off? All of these boys still now got it. They don't want to turn up on a Saturday, give up their time and lose. They want to go and you know, smash teams.
No, absolutely, yeah. Do you know what? I remember Jordan when he was on the podcast. Shout out Jordan, man. He said he goes, Leroy Elite is still a baller. He said he's still got it.
Yeah, honestly, he scored 118 goals, I think it was last year, which is mad. There's one game.
Should have signed him instead of Jokeres.
there was one game he scored 11 goals by half time. I was like. And I always have to put this. Whenever we book in these matches with like teams, I always say to them like, "Look, we're a good team, by the way." And some of them are like, "Oh, we've never played football together." I say, if it gets to half time, come and find me and just say, "Take your foot off the gas" or "Keep going." Yeah. All of them say, "Keep going." No one says take your foot off the gas. Sometimes we let them play like 15 against 11 or something just to get the crowd. Yeah. But like honestly, everyone's like, "No, keep going, like keep going. We want to like keep, you know, we want the scores to be so high and stuff and everything." So it's mad. But like the boys, they're just ridiculous. Like they're just, it's crazy.
We need to watch a game, man.
Yeah.
It sounds
in March, you said the next one.
Yeah. So we do. So we give everyone off Christmas because obviously family. And going away at the weekends as well. Like our partner's always on our case. Like, you know, we're a bunch of mates that travel around the country playing football, going to the pub. Like it's a dream. It is a dream. But you know, our families let us do it. Like I'll never take that away. We're away from our kids. We're away from our wives and our partners and stuff. And you know, and they are the greatest gift that they can give. So the thing we do for them is we have people that want to book us in for Christmas stuff and everything. We just can't do it because we want to spend time with our family around that time.
I agree with that.
So we take off from December to our last game was October, and then we pick up back in March.
Okay.
But this year we're doing a recovery, like mental health weekend away. There's a guy that we've been in touch with a little bit, and he's putting on like a men's mental health retreat for us, so ice bath, saunas, that kind of stuff. Just to talk about the year, what we've got coming up with the boys, get a bit of a reset in there, give them a bit of recovery in there. Shout out Recovery, yes, by the way, they're big advocates of what we do. So, you know, we're going there to do that with them, and then we go on our full tour. So obviously we get on the pitches in May, like Southampton, all that kind of stuff. I can't announce the teams we're playing at this year, but they're good ones. We've got some good stadiums coming up as well. But you know, even like the level of challenges we're getting now, we're in talks with SE Dons to do something.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah. So they've reached out to us a couple of times because we've had Big G come down to us and stuff, and he gets involved, and he was like, "Would love to do something with you guys as well." So it's just crazy. Like my life is, I tell people, like there's a new neighbour that moves across the road from me, and he was like, he come around, he goes, "So what do you do?" And I was telling him about my job, and like my job's all right, like it's quite interesting. But then I talked to him about that, and we sat there speaking to him for 3 hours. He's like, "Mate, that's incredible." Like he came down the pub yesterday, and it was Leroy's birthday, and he was amazed that I played with Leroy Lita. And I was like, "Look, I'll FaceTime. Leroy's out like drinking dark fruits at Newcastle. I'm down the pub, and we're like, "Way!" Like it's jokes, man. It's quality.
I was going to ask you if you've played the SC Dons before. That'll be a good game.
Yeah.
I've always watched the SC Dons since like 2018. Have you seen them before?
No.
They're good. They got Zach Anstey used to play for Arsenal.
Yeah, I remember you said about him. Yeah.
Big G.
Yeah.
RP7.
Yeah. But I think like when we first started out, we wanted to be a bit more like Grosy and his stuff that he did, because we was like, you know, once a year and stuff. Whereas now we want to be that team that people recognise the personalities and know. Like that's what I keep saying to all of them. I'm like, we know each other and we get it, and everyone understands each other, and everyone's brilliant in their own way of who they are behind the screen, and that's why it works, because we've got the personalities behind it. And it's a laugh and stuff. But getting that on camera, if we can do that and spin that away, that's where we'll go to that next level. And we'll go and do it. So we want to step away from, not from the charity side of things, because no one ever profits from it. We don't. You know, the money goes back into the club, and then whatever's left over goes to charity. That's exactly how the model works. But we want to do it where we want to be the Harlem Globetrotters. We want people to see the skills and want to see the matches. We want to build a fan base. And the reason why we started doing it like that, when we played at Southampton, again, another true story. I'm driving down there at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got all the kits in my back, the balls, everything, and all that. I packed up my car to the rafters. My mate calls me, and he's like, "Can't believe you got them scarves done, that hat." And I was like, "Shut up!" And I like hung up on him. Got there. There's touts, mate, selling scarves and hats with our logos on.
Serious?
I'm like, what? I'm like, this is mad. So we got a couple of photos of them, and afterwards, I went up to one of the guys and we're packing up the car back up. I'm like, I'm not annoyed or anything, but I was like, how did you get? He goes, I just found your logo and I just printed all these scarves and hats. And I was like, he goes, there was 3 of us around the stadium. We had 300 scarves, 300 hats. We sold out. They sold 900 scarves, 900 hats on that day. And I was like, this is mental. Like, I haven't commercialised it enough. Do you know what I mean? I'm calling our factory like, right, get the scarf done, get the hats done. But it's like that. Little moments like that, they're the moments that I realise how big this is going or how big it can be. Yeah. You know, it's that's where it goes.
And I think because people know that you're doing it for a good cause, they're more inclined to sort of, especially for the memory, you know what I mean?
And that's the thing, like, when we first started, we've had so many charities reach out to us to go, do exclusively for us. But, you know, I have so much admiration for people that do the marathon and do runs and stuff and things like that. But I look at it and think, how many people are raising for cancer research and things like that? Like, where I find more gift from it, like we played a match where this lad took his own life and his parents were raising money in his memory. To me, that's got more of a personal story for it. So, you know, them little things like that. And, you know, we raised money for a young girl who needed life-saving surgery. She needs to go to America. She needed 100 grand. Yeah. Managed to put like 8 grand in a kitty from the match we did. And I was like, you know, that to me is more personal. That has a story, that has a touch to it. Yeah. That gets us up for it and go, right, okay, let's go and do that. That's what we want to do. Rather than just saying, we'll exclusively do it for cancer research, we'll do it. So we're not tied to any charity. We go around and do any cause.
I agree with that.
It could even be a club. You know, clubs have so much struggle when, you know, they go up a league and they go, right, you've got to have a rope around the pitch. Now you've got to have floodlights and stuff. Hard, expensive running a football club. I know, I do it. We can help them raise money for floodlights or help them raise money for a dugout or whatever they need. You know, it's not just charitable causes. It could be stuff like grassroots football's hard, man, and I want to give back to anything I can. If it's got a touch point to us and someone here in our team, we'll go and do it, and we'll do it full-heartedly.
Karma as well.
Yeah.
And this is why people like you yourself will always, things will just click and will just come to you because you're doing it from the goodness of your heart, man. And that's key, man.
Yeah, well done.
That's very key, man. Cheers, before we wrap it up, I just want to ask a few more questions. So have you had any hard opponents, would you say?
Yeah, we had a couple that were, like I said, step 4 pre-season level. Like they were a team young, like 21-year-olds. Where, you know, I'm the youngest in the team. I'm 34 years of age. So, you know, some of the teams that we're playing, they're zipping it about. They're all fit. You know, they're getting paid to play. So some of them have been tough that we've played. Yeah. That was one of our first losses we had. I think we only lost 2 games last year. So, you know, some of the games like that are difficult. But we want to challenge ourselves. We want to know how good we are. You know, we would get nothing out of beating teams 20-0 every single week. We did it for 8 weeks in a row, you know, whatever else. But we wanted to know what is a level we can do, you know, to go and test ourselves and do that. Then still their matches we played against, record attendance for that club that we're going to play at. They had like 1,000 people. They usually have like 50 people. It's mad.
That's community. That's impressive, man. Do you want to plug your socials as well?
Yeah, at Interlegends FC. Our website is www.interlegendsfc.com. Please get us to 7,000. That is our target. We're nearly there.
You'll get there, man. You'll get there.
And his name is?
Jack Whiting. Not Jake.
Oh, man.
And that was the episode, guys. Hope you guys liked it. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Peace.